What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Now, this is the last episode of the Band of Brothers series, but it's not the last installment to the series because obviously there's supposed to be a documentary that goes with this as well that's highly recommended to watch. So I'm definitely going to make sure that I get on to watching that as well. So with that being said, obviously this show's obviously been really great. Like, it's absolutely no faults in it whatsoever from my point of view. You know, every actor obviously is playing their role greatly in this, obviously portraying the actual lives and hardships that a lot of these real soldiers went through during the World War at the time. And quite frankly, like I said, you know, it's absolutely, in my opinion, you know, it's been really great. Obviously, I've seen no faults whatsoever with it. But obviously, yeah, like I said, you know, this is going to be the last regular episode of the series. So let's go on ahead and jump right on into this. And away we go. One last time, Band of Brothers.
It was more than 3 years since Lewis Nixon and I decided to join the paratroops. And more than a year since we'd first gone to war. What would happen to us? How long we'd be fighting? Where we'd end up? I certainly didn't expect to find myself in a place like this.
Getting that good feel. He done went through most of the struggles. Now he gets to enjoy the fruits of his labors, basically.
See all these photographs of the 506? Going all the way back to Toccoa. I traded them for a couple of Lugers. That's a bargain.
I was about to say, you got to get those war photos. I mean, you done went through all that. Might as well get some pictures of yourself in those uniforms.
Job offers. Hard to fathom. And the war wasn't even over. I was still getting used to hot showers and morning swims.
I just had a conversation with John Park. He told me he was first in Paris, and by God, he wanted to be first in Berchtesgaden.
Maybe put it down lower at the base part. Maybe it can kind of trip and fall and tumble from there. It's all that white paper on the ground. Ooh, everyone knows that symbol. It's a no-brainer. That's a lot of fancy china. You can just take the case, you know, you don't have to just grab them individually. Curry.
The Eagle's Nest was a surprise birthday present for Hitler, built with Nazi party money.
Mountaintop stone retreat, 8,000 feet up, accessible by a gold-plated elevator. It was one of the crown jewels of his empire.
Ready for it? Listen up. German army surrendered.
All right. That's the end of the Germans now. Little head slap. Well, what they looking at? They're looking mighty shocked. Oh, is that a wine cellar or something?
10,000 bottles of
Ah.
the finest liquor, wine, and champagne. Helped Easy Company mark the day the war in Europe came to an
Man, that's a lot. Woo! You could have a party for years with that. And last but not least, the obvious intro music that usually plays in the beginning with a lot of the soldiers' hardships, but they're playing it here in a moment of triumph, basically, at least from the sound of it. It feels like a big victory has finally happened.
When there are finally no more wars to occupy us.
Oh, these are a couple German soldiers?
Have all your men
Commanders, or...
deposit them at the church to
Yeah.
Very well. Please accept this as my formal surrender, Major.
It's better than to lay it on the desk of a clerk.
You may keep your sidearm, Colonel.
That's the face of a man that obviously just felt respect for the first time in his service, at least from the looks of it. Oh, it's a deer. Ooh, that sucker got big antlers. That's a full-grown adult. He didn't take it.
Sergeant Carol C. Power!
Power. Oh, Shifty. Okay.
He was, well, it's been a long time. You got everything you need? Yes, sir. I gathered up my loot. Pistols, mainly. Paperwork's all done. I haven't got my bag in my pocket.
Seems like you're all set. Or are you?
Back home in Virginia.
Sound like you kind of don't want to leave, or at least he's grown accustomed to what he's doing right now, currently, at least.
I just don't rightly know how I'm going to explain all this.
2 days later, Shifty Powers was on a truck headed for the rear in a boat home. Unfortunately, the truck was hit heavily by a drunken corporal from another regiment.
Really?
He had a broken pelvis.
A broken arm and a bad concussion. He survived, but had to spend the next few months in a series of hospitals.
Oh, man.
I say that he was our only casualty.
That still sucks, though, because, like, finally getting a chance to go home and then, blam, you got another delay on your hand.
17 of those were in my company commander's plane and went down on D-Day.
So you were given command of the
company on D-Day. That's right.
Oh yeah, this is like the second episode when they went on their first mission.
He bumped you to Battalion XO.
Oh yeah, this is when he had shot that soldier. I kind of like how they're doing these flashbacks. It's like basically a PTSD type of moment for him, but they're also showing it back in the clips of the episodes in themselves.
You got through it.
Fast on. Not only were they battling the enemies, but they were battling their own inner demons, basically.
Does Major Winters know about this?
Doesn't matter.
Dang, well, he just bursting in. Wait, he missed him? How? The man can't even get up the hill. Like, come on now. Oh, man. Oh.
I have 81 points.
Ah, you better get them points up.
Good enough. Hey, with
they going?
Munich. Oh, come on. Oh man, if it ain't enemies shooting at them, I mean it's their own causes of something messing them over.
It's Private Jan on that.
Oh, come on.
He was dead when they brought him in. 75 points.
10 points away.
He was 10 points short.
The enemy had surrendered, but somehow men were still dying. Young men who wanted to be home with their families by now, who'd served with distinction since before Normandy, were stuck here because they didn't have the points. What they did have plenty of were weapons, alcohol, and too much time on their hands.
Yeah. Seems like it just started driving them all crazy, so they just don't know how to act at this point. They're just ready to go.
I think he was a major. Private, we got a problem here.
Do you have any gas?
Give me a weapon.
Hold on a second now, right?
Whoa! So wait, what? So he just shot him? I don't even know what to say anymore. At this point, it done got to all of them.
What?
Is he still alive?
He's not gonna make it.
Oh, he's not gonna make it.
Open up.
Oh, I'm just noticing he had a gun pointed through the window, the door window.
Get in the Jeep.
If you're going to shoot me, shoot me. If you're not, put the gun away.
Get in the Jeep now.
So why are they threatening him?
What happened to him? He was shot in the head.
Oh, is he a doctor? Okay, so I guess he's a doctor then. Well, I mean, you don't have to threaten a man.
First by putting that away.
Okay, yeah, like he'll help you. Just put the gun away. You scaring him like that.
We'll get there faster.
Somebody's taking a bigger beat than me here.
Oh, so they got him already? Okay, they ain't even put no resources into seeing them actually catch him.
Where is he?
How's Grant?
Where is he?
You okay?
Oh yeah, he ready. He ready to take that top off.
Where's the weapon? What? When you talk to an officer, you say sir.
Oh no, what you about to do? What you about to do? Yeah, he might not go through with it. He's looking like, yeah, I'm about to say he's gonna take a more higher road with it.
I'd like to resign as company first sergeant. If I had my choice, I miss being back amongst the men. I'd be happy to go to staff sergeant, whichever platoon you want to put me in.
Well, I guess you've earned your right to demote yourself.
Okay. Basically letting him have his own choice.
That would be fine, sir.
So some of us would stay by choice. But others were stuck here unless we could find excuses to send them away.
With your permission, I would like to address my men briefly.
That'll be fine, General.
Oh, that's so. I didn't even realize who that was.
Leave the rank, not the man.
Still stuck up. Had to put you in your place for a little bit there, you know. No hard feelings, but had to get you to show some respect right there.
Man up!
Es war ein langer Krieg.
And then that little smile at the little smirk smile.
Man, it's been a long war. It's been a tough war.
Ihr habt tapfer und stolz für euer Vaterland gekämpft.
We fought bravely, proudly for your country.
Ihr seid eine besondere Truppe,
You are a special group.
die ineinander einen Zusammenhalt gefunden hat.
We found in one another a bond.
Wie sich nur im Kampf entwickeln kann.
It exists only in combat.
Unter Kameraden,
Brothers,
die Fuchshöhlen geteilt haben,
who shared foxholes.
Mm.
die sich in schrecklichen Momenten gegenseitig gestützt haben,
Held each other in dire moments.
die den Tod zusammen gesehen haben und gemeinsam gelitten haben.
Who've seen death and suffered together.
Yep.
Ich bin stolz, mit euch gedient zu haben.
I'm proud to have served with each and every one of you.
Basically, once again,
Alle verdienen ein langes und glückliches Leben in Frieden.
You deserve long and happy lives in peace.
yep, like I said, basically just showcasing the human side on both sides. You know, at the end of the day, you know, they might have been the enemies at one point, but once again, you got to remember, these are still human people. You know, they got feelings, they got families at their homes and everything. You know, they had lives before the war started, so you know, they were all going through a lot of stuff during this.
New Jersey, huh?
You awake yet?
Wake.
Time to go to bed.
Oh no. Jumping into that water with that suit on, nah, that could not feel good.
But Compton came back to see the company to let us know that he was all right. He became a prosecutor in Los Angeles.
Oh,
He
okay.
convicted Sirhan Sirhan in the murder of Robert Kennedy.
Oh,
Went to the California Court of Appeals.
okay, that's what's up.
David Webster became a writer for the Saturday Evening Post and
Webster.
Wall Street Journal. And later wrote a book about sharks.
Him being a writer fits
In 1961,
all the talking he
went out on the
does.
ocean alone.
And was never seen again.
Mm.
Johnny Martin would return to his job at the railroad and then start his own construction company.
He split his time between
Between Arizona and a place in Montana.
Mm-hmm.
Became a handyman in Providence, Rhode Island. As a testament to his character, 1,600
people attended his funeral.
died in Louisiana in 1998.
Ah,
Been a
that's
Construction contractor.
like 3 years before the show was made.
Frankfort County returned to Chicago and worked a postal route as a mailman.
I do like this though. They're giving us good details on what a lot of them were able to do after
Drove his cab.
after the war, obviously.
Bull Ranneman was one of the best soldiers I ever had.
He went into the earth moving business in
Arkansas. He's still there. Alton Moore returned to Wyoming with a unique souvenir. Hitler's personal photo albums.
Ah,
We all lost touch with in civilian life until he showed up at a reunion just before his death in 1981.
At least they got to
How we
meet him
lived our
again.
lives after the war was as varied as each man.
Carwood
Kitty Grogan became an administrator for the Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania school system. Ronald Spears stayed in the Army,
Spears.
served in Korea, in 1958 returned to Germany as governor of Spandau Prison.
He retired a lieutenant colonel.
Colonel. Absolutely deserved. Him sprinting on that battlefield was still the craziest thing in the show.
This morning, President Truman received the unconditional surrender from the Japanese. War's over.
battles or wounds.
Each man in the 101st Airborne would be going home.
Each of us would be
Forever connected by our shared experience.
Yep.
And each would have to rejoin the world as best he could.
Yep, that's true.
Lewis Nixon had some tough times after the war. He was divorced a couple of times.
Then in 1956, he married a woman
Named Grace, and everything came together for him.
Oh, okay then.
He spent the rest of his life with her,
traveling the world.
My friend Lou died in 1995. I took up his job offer and was a personnel manager at the Nixon Nitration Works until I was called back into service in 1950 to train officers and rangers.
Oh, okay.
I chose not to go to Korea.
Ah.
I had enough of war.
I see you, Winter.
I stayed around Hershey, Pennsylvania, finally finding a little farm.
Good on you, man.
A little peaceful corner of the world where I still live today.
Absolutely
There's
deserved.
not a day that goes by that I do not think of the men I served with who never got to enjoy the world without war.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Those are the ones I feel like you would feel for the most. Winners! The real one. Okay, I was right. They were going to show him at the end.
So
Limpton.
we were a close-knit group.
Just brave. So brave was unbelievable. And
Larky.
I don't know anybody that I admire more than Bill Garnier and Joe Toy. And they were very,
Yeah,
very
those are the
special.
ones that got taken out in that episode in Bastogne.
And I'm proud
Bill.
to be a part of it.
Sometimes it makes me cry.
The real men, the real heroes, are the fellas that are still buried over there,
Babe.
and those that come home to be buried.
Yeah, both of them.
You figured
Absolutely.
You thought that you could do just about anything. And after the war was over and they came back
Shifty.
out,
Okay, that's Shifty.
or at least I did. I lost all that confidence.
We was hoping to stay alive, that's all.
John Martin.
Henry V was talking to his men. He said, from this day to the ending of the world, we in it shall be remembered. We lucky few, we band of brothers. For he who today sheds his blood with me shall be my brother.
Do you remember the letter that Mike Ranier wrote me? You do. Do you remember how he ended it? I cherish the memories of a question my grandson asked me the other day. When he said, Grandpa, were you a hero in the war? Grandpa said no. But I served in a company of heroes.
Yep. Absolutely. That fantastic. I mean, that's all I can say. That was fantastic. That was absolutely great. I think that's the end of the episode. I'm so glad that they put the soldiers, the actual soldiers, at the end of the episode because, you know, those are the ones whose stories we were following. Those are the ones that went through all those hardships, all those breakdowns, all those happy moments with their brothers. You know, they had a lot of sad moments. They had a lot of happy moments, you know. But obviously the most important thing is that they stuck it out together. You know, even the ones that didn't make it back at the end of the days, just like, I forgot which one of the ones that said it, but just like one of them had said, you know, the ones that were buried, the ones that came home, it didn't matter, you know. They were all heroes at the end of the day. You know, everyone served their part. Everyone did exactly what they needed to do to ensure a better future for pretty much all those that they knew and loved, and just for anyone in general. And, you know, that it's absolutely, I really love how this show captured just the true realness of war itself. Absolutely. Like, it's not no video game. This ain't something where you go and you shoot up the enemies and you win the day. It doesn't work like that. You know, I mean, it absolutely just showcased truly what they all had to go through and struggle to fight for. You know, they had to fight for not only their freedoms and their just to end the war in general, but just for everyone else's that they cared about and plenty others. And like I said, I absolutely, instead of putting them at the beginning, I absolutely love that they put them in the end, because like I said, those are the ones that we were following the most. And it's just really good to actually get the information itself from the actual source. Every single one of those soldiers is the source of all that stuff that transpired for them and against them. And it really just showed that the men back then, they were just built different. That's just how it was. Like, they were cut from a different cloth compared to a lot of people nowadays. And obviously, a lot of them nowadays are the ones that gets to thrive the best off of what they had to fight for the future. And yeah, I mean, like I said, the show, obviously, every TV series maybe overblows a lot of details on specific things, but I will say that this one absolutely definitely kept it at a really good minimum realistic standpoint. Nothing felt too overblown and nothing felt too out of place. It all absolutely felt natural, and it just flowed well in general. Like, every episode was fantastic. There wasn't a single bad episode at all. Like, this is just quality. This is just quality, a quality series right here in general. Everything was just absolutely great with it. No faults whatsoever. And obviously, I know that there's also a documentary as well that you get more insights. Obviously, I definitely am going to check that out. Hopefully, I'll be able to upload it as well. But yeah, like I said, just everything about this show in general was just it was just great. That's all I gotta say. Like, the music, obviously the music and the characters, the actors did a really great job of portraying these real actual soldiers and veterans. And I'm sure obviously that the soldiers themselves, most likely, since a lot of them were up here doing their talkings, probably appreciated a good take on their actual events that transpired. But yeah, like I said, there's pretty much nothing else for me to say. So whether if the next series I watch is in the real world or in another made-up verse, it doesn't matter. I'm always be here, and hopefully you all be here with me as well. So with that being said, make sure that you like the video, you comment down below, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all in the next one.